Hey guys, it's Carl Brown for GuitarLessons365.com. Today we're going to finish our look at all the riffs and chords in Creeping Death by Metallica. And the next lesson we're going to start tackling that solo. So let's take a look at these real quick. Now we've made it through the whole intro and most of the verse and stuff. So pretty much we just need to now start here with the chorus riff, is what I just played. We have a few more riffs after that. So that's going to start with just the low E power chord. I think he's going to go into these two chords, the power chord at the 3rd fret on the 5th string up to the 5th fret. Now, before you do that though, you got to hit a quick little 3 palm muted downstrokes on the low E string right before you get to those two chords. So and then up to 8 and 7, and when you go back to this 7, you can hit the low E with it. And then you do this again with the 3 palm mutes going then 3 to 5. And then we're going to take the power chords, instead of going 8 to 7, we're going to go 8 to 10 and then back to 7. So this whole riff is pretty much this. Let's start over. And then it has the same ending as the riff we had in the first video, which is this power chord to the 2nd fret on the A string, off the A string, then the 4th fret, then over to the 2nd fret power chord off the low E. Then it goes back through the same riffs that we did before. So really there's nothing new to learn until we get to the solo. So the rhythm that's going on underneath the solo sounds like this. All right, so he does that for a while, and then after that it goes. So that's a familiar riff you've already seen, and then it goes to the chorus riff, continuing underneath the solo. All right, so that opening riff to the solo is what you need to, is the only thing you don't know yet. And that starts the same as the main riff of the song. All right, so you have that much of it. Then go to an A power chord. So you're gonna have just the 2nd fret on the G and the D together with that open A. It's kind of the same rhythm. So it is the same rhythm, you just don't have that little thing at the end of it. And this ends by going in that A power chord to the 3rd fret power chord off the 5th string. Just repeat that. All right, and then like I said, it goes to those other riffs within the solo. The solo is pretty long, so there's a sequence of 3 different types of riffs that happen after it. So coming out of the solo, we have the breakdown, which sounds like this. All right, it's a cool riff. So we're starting with just the E power chord. You can just play it an octave here at the 7th fret on the A, 9th fret on the D, and then some down picking here. There's like 4 of them there. And then I have the 8th fret power chord off all these power chords are on the off the 5th string, by the way. 8, 5, 7. Back to the palm muting of the low E, and then 10, 8, 7. Repeat. All right, now coming out of this section, there's a quick little guitar fill, and guitars going back into the song do this. All right, so that's really heavily palm muted. It's a low E power chord, just really heavy palm muting. Then the power chord of the first fret on the low E string, third, and then skip up to the fifth fret on the off the A string, and just let that one ring out. So we have, and then you're back basically to the verse again. So the only riffs we have to talk about now are the Alto Riffs. So let me play through these Alto riffs for you, and then we'll take a look at it. Here we go. All right, so obviously that first one goes a few more times to that. I'm just kind of condensing them for time's sake here. So we're going to basically start here with, it's the same rhythm we did in the main riff pretty much. It's just this low E power chord. Except after you do it just real briefly, then hit the two on the A and the D together, let them ring. And towards the very end, just hit them quickly, 1, 2. All right, now we're going to continue this riff. It's pretty much the same, except instead of holding the twos together, you're going to hold 3. Just move everything up a fret. So it starts the same, then move that up, and when you get to that chord that you're holding, it's just up at the 3rd fret now. And instead of hitting these two quickly at the very end, you're going to lift up the finger and hit the open string on the A and the D string together. So all together it looks like this. Just repeat. So just repeat what I just did, just over and over again. All right, so after you do that for a while, there's a harmony guitar part there we'll take a look at later. But then we have really the only other riff we need to take a look at, which is, so this is all power chords off the 5th string again. 7, 5, 3, 2. All right, the second half of it is 3, 2, 0 is an open power chord, back to 3. So all together. All right, and then after that, it basically goes into the same as the intro. So you know the rest of the song there. They just do it, maybe they kind of slow it down a little bit at the very end, but it's the same as the intro. All right, so stay tuned for that guitar solo. I'll see you then.